Hey, who are you? Army so desperate they're recruiting senior citizens? Ah, hey!
That's hey, sir, maggot.
You're looking at General Patton and Michael Malone right now. Do you think that people would actually hold it against you in the show business community that you starred in a movie like this?
Well, you know, honestly, yeah.
They can't see us.
Right. This is going to be harder than I thought. We're making fun of people that have no sense of humor. We are doing that.
Hey, they shouldn't be blindfolded. It's against the Geneva Convention.
They're the enemy.
They're innocent till proven guilty.
If they're on the battlefield and they're shooting at you, they're guilty.
We've done a film that's really kind of an homage to American spirit. And I do think one of the best things we do in this film is make fun of the terrorists. And certainly these guys are determined to kill us. And I think laughing at them is something that will really get under their skin.
Mohammed.
I must use last names.
Hussein.
God's sake.
Now, Kevin, you play Michael Malone in a movie.
Here I am in the island paradise, Cuba.
Which is based on a documentarian who doesn't like his country very much and cozies up to Fidel Castro. You know, somebody who could never really exist in America. So this must have been a real stretch for you to try to come up with this far-fetched character.
I get disturbed because my mom says I look exactly like Michael Moore, and I go, exactly? I'm a little thinner, I think.
I've brought two Americans here, Bob and Joan Friedman, who were injured during Hurricane Katrina, caused by you-know-who.
I tried to get him down as best I could, but I was more interested in the story of the thing, so I tried to...
I think he does a great job.
You will be visited by three spirits. Ah, hey, what's with all the slapping?
It's my trademark.
The most important question here, Kevin, is what was it like working with me?
You're not a spirit.
I know. I just enjoy slapping you.
Remember, Bill? That day was so beautiful.
There are some idiots who believe what you say. At least nobody believes Rosie.
Radical Christianity is just as threatening as radical Islam.
Rosie, please.
You know, I was surprised what a great actor you are. I really am.
Well, I do it every night here.
I think our scene went great.
I'm really a raging left-wing loon. Kelsey, you play General Patton. It's a very funny bit.
Cut.
You have to capture Patton's, a little bit of his gravitas, but you also have to be a comedian, so that's not an easy deal. Did you study George C. Scott, and did you read up on Patton before this?
George C. Scott, it's one of my favorite performances in film.
All real Americans love the sting of battle.
I'm a fan of George Patton because he's one of those guys that don't seem to really exist anymore. Obviously, Patton had a lot of luck, too. I mean,
and he had a lot of good guys with him. The Third Army was really good.
Yeah, it seems incredible.
Kevin, I have to ask you this question. It's a serious question. It's a funny movie, and you do a great job playing the lead. But your brother, Chris, was a brilliant comedian for Saturday Night Live. Can you tell us a little bit about Chris and what happened to him?
Well, Chris, growing up with Chris, he had a stage presence that, like no other person I've seen in a long time.
And living in a van down by the river.
When he got out on stage or in front of a camera,
Maniac.
you couldn't take your eyes off him.
Now you kids are probably asking yourselves, hey, Matt, how can we get back on the right track?
And I admired my brother a lot, and I did a lot of the same stuff.
What'd you do?
So I always admired Chris for his bravery on stage.
That guy in a little coat.
His bravery with comedy, because he committed to characters 1,000%. That's it.
Here's you, here's Matt, there's you, there.
But there's a lot of you and him. I mean, you guys are very similar. You know the Hertz commercials you do now.
Well, I'm not a spy.
But I just want the audience to know that Kevin and Chris were close, which is a good thing. Last question for you, Kelsey. How do you think the critics are going to treat An American Carol?
If they're responsible critics, I'm not sure any of those are alive anymore. They'll review the film as though, you know, it was something that deserves some attention. And I think it actually has a nice positive spin and a great sort of comedic energy about it.
We're not shaving till they bring all the troops home. That's right.
Thank you, boys.
They're women.
I doubt if it will do anything but excite ire or admiration, and so that's probably good for a film.
Did you ever read my inaugural address?
Of course. Ask not what the country can do for you. Ask what can.
Not that pot.
I think our audience is going to enjoy it. It was great working with you guys. Nice to have you on The Factor.
Likewise.
All right, good working with you.